What's up, people? Welcome back. Another episode of the O.O.C. We got the usual convicts in the house, and we also have two more special guests in the house today. Danny Graham and Yellow Does It. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
I'm great, man. I'm doing good.
I actually said Danny and Yellow Does It.
Gaiskar said it. And
nobody says shit, so I'm like, fuck that. We're good.
I was like, I thought you meant just in general. I don't know.
You know why nobody said shit? Because Danny was muted and Yellow was muted. So I seen his mouth moving, but didn't hear anything. And Danny was trying to unmute, but it's all good. We'll try this again. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
There we go.
Yeah, I was just trying to let Danny get his shit off, yo. I felt like, I talked a lot just a few minutes ago on your other show, so.
When do you not, brother? When do you not?
well, look, fuck it then. You know what? You're right, man. Yo, shout out to me, son. Yellow Does It, a.k.a. No W, a.k.a. Yes, my name's a color, a.k.a. the Grump God. You heard? This how we lighten it up. I got something I got to get off of my chest. Yo. I ain't got shit I got to get off my chest.
No, that's quite all right.
But the suspense was nice.
And to my co-host, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing really good, man. Really
Blessed,
really good.
Living, thankful for another day, thankful for another show, thankful for the love we get from the people and the panel and the crew. Thankful, just thankful.
All I have to say is, man, I'm feeling irate, man.
What, you blazed tonight?
Nope, but I'm feeling irate.
Did he say all right or irate? Which one? Did I hear all right or irate? Which one?
Irate.
He said IRA. I was like, what? I hope you feel that.
Daddy was smiling hard. Oh, what? He's a police officer now?
What the hell that is?
Danny, hold on. Just to cut it off for a minute. Danny, are we friends on Facebook?
Oh, shit.
Danny's not on Facebook.
No, because I'm not
on Facebook.
Okay, because you don't see how I'm celebrating police officers on Facebook. You'd be like, is that Roberto?
Hey, bro.
He must be like in a different costume on an O.O.C. or something.
I will take your word for it, bro, but I have found out that, man, Facebook is a devil's playground. I don't even fuck with it, bro. I don't even
It's just there to make me laugh. It's just there to make me laugh.
The only reason I use Twitter is to make contact the guys about the show, but I try to stay off of social media other than this platform much as possible. And I don't even if you watch me, I don't even fuck nobody with y'all. So
absolutely, that is correct.
To each their own.
And personally, I don't wrong you for that. You know what I mean? If I could have stayed off of Facebook and that, but I would have. It's especially Twitter. Twitter is toxic. Twitter is absolutely toxic with the bullshit.
Facebook. No, Facebook is the reason I found this apartment, this place. Facebook is the reason I find, buy and sell stuff all the time. I found girls on Facebook, et cetera, et cetera.
I'm not saying
no, seriously.
No holds barred.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not for me. I mean,
no, absolutely.
That's what I say to each their own,
Yeah, it's a good tool if used correctly. Yeah. But most of the time, people don't use it correctly. They do all that kind of crazy stuff, man. I got more important issues to deal with than worrying about I pissed off Sally Sue because of this. Oh, I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
You can screen that shit. For me, it's just Facebook Market, Like
that's like I was saying.
I was shopping for shit, and you go on Facebook Market. That's like Walmart online, man. Like.
Hell yeah.
You,
it's better than that.
Me is Amazon.
Prices are better.
That's correct.
Amazon is fucking gonna be the downfall of man. I'm telling you. Anything you want, you can come to your doorstep. Oh God, it's making me lazy as shit.
Amazon's building a huge warehouse right here in Lachine.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. Their head office is somewhere here.
The only thing I won't buy from Amazon
Amazon's head office
is a
here.
suit. Other than that, I'll buy from Amazon. I have to go in and get a suit because it has to fit a certain way. I don't like them store bought. You get the shit and you say it's 54 regular and it come out damn 2 regular high waters and all kind of crazy shit. I'd be pissed off.
Yeah. It's just convenience for them. COVID caused their sales to climb like 300%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything's gone up.
yeah, King David Game Changers will be later on tonight, so hopefully you'll stay tuned to that as well. Would I have the link
boy,
up?
you're gonna be working all night.
That's how we do, bro.
All night long, all night.
That's how we do, bro.
Boy, y'all hard, bro.
I would invite you, but you know, last night, what time do we stop our stream? Yellow.
I'm telling you right now. Do not invite me to nothing past 12 o'clock. I'm the old man on the show.
12
I know Roberto may be easily. Roberto is older than me in age, but I'm telling you, in spirit, I'm the old man on the show. Call me that time. I want to go to sleep, so I ain't trying to. Hey,
I
have
respect
a good show. More power to you, but don't call me at no 12 o'clock about no fucking conversation. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
We don't start it till 4.
You know, I'm gonna send Danny. I'm gonna do it just for spite. Send Danny a text on like 12 o'clock.
Hey, Danny, last night, you and Gaiskar was getting on my nerves last night. Damn, texting back to each other. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Go on another. One more.
Yep. And that's the thing, right? Because when Anzo was talking about when Anzo was talking about that show, he was like, "Yeah," I'm like, "Okay, let me see," because kids asleep. So I was up there, and wife had passed out. So I come back, and then I'm like, "Oh, he's on the show." He goes, "Man, you should have come on." And I'm like, "Oh, forget it, man. I was passing out on the sofa with my fucking phone, man." I'm like, "Forget it."
The fucked up thing is, I didn't even realize that I was texting both of you guys. You know what I mean? But it's because we have the group chat, and it's like it's always there. So yeah.
I was about to say, take me from this chat.
Stop hating, bro. Stop hating.
I'm old, bro.
We just try to
keep them guessing, Danny. Keep them guessing, man. Don't let them know.
Game changers need a voice of experience, Danny.
There ain't no shame in my game. I'm a lightweight when it comes to drinking. I don't care. I like to go to bed around about 12 or 1. That's just what I want to do. I ain't trying to be out clubbing and smoking no weed, none of that stuff. I don't do that. Now, if y'all want to do that either, hey, more power to you. But man, I'm trying to go home, go to bed. I ain't trying to do all that crazy shit.
I mean, my life
I'm
is
old stag.
I go to work at 7 p.m. Yeah, 7 p.m. Get home at 3 a.m. Take a little ride.
You fucking vampire.
But hold on. I think that's a job that Danny wouldn't mind staying up for, though.
Hell yeah! If I could play music and look at pussy all night, oh my god! That's a job, man.
Yeah, something just clicked in my brain. Like, you know what? I want to do that. And I ain't mad at. I'm not mad at Josh for that. Yeah, man.
Did you see how he came close to his mic to say the word so that nobody else could hear him in his house?
I didn't catch that.
Can't let the missus hear that, boy. What'd you say?
Because
we're talking about the Lakers. We're talking about the Suns, the Phoenix Suns.
Oh my god! You guys know how we
I got
do.
I got a question for Anzo.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Hey, 2 nights ago, man. You know what's coming on in 2 nights? You ready to see it?
You know what?
Space Jam 2, bro. You ready?
Oh, it's coming out 2 nights, really?
Space Jam 2.
Yo, I actually heard that movie was great. I actually heard it's good.
I heard it was great.
I'm all set, man. I'm all set.
What?
Which movie?
Me too.
I heard,
that's what I heard, bro.
I don't know if it's just because I'm not 8 years old anymore.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe they're supposed to kidnap his wife or something like that. What I heard,
his kid.
Yeah, the boy.
Yeah,
it's the plot of Space Jam, isn't it? Didn't they kidnap? Oh no, they took him. Man.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
That shit since I was 10, man.
Oh, you guys talking about Space Jam?
But
who, bro?
Who's have seen it? That it's out already?
Some people that I know that they do movie reviews and shit, so they get early access and all that type of shit. Really? So they seen it and they and they were surprised by how good it was. Yo, some people. Now I'm still, because we agree on some things, we disagree on some things. So I know to take the opinion with a grain of salt. But he usually, when he says something is good, there's some merit to it. So he says the humor stuff works. I don't want to get too much into what he told me. He ain't tell me much, but I don't want to get too much into what he told me. But he said it's funny, bro.
I cannot like Space Jam. No matter how fucking good it is, I cannot like this movie.
What if Tim Duncan makes an appearance in it, though? What if Tim Duncan shows up and saves the day?
All day, every day. My son will be on my ass all day, every day. Wow. Every time I see him. Oh, you gonna watch Space Jam? You ready for Space Jam? I'm like, I ain't watching that fucking bullshit. So you're a hater. You're a hater. So Brian did my son's a big
for me,
that's pretty much hate though.
The cartoons are in 3D, right? Are the cartoons in 3D?
Yeah. They kind of.
I'm not really feeling that myself. I'd rather see 2D animation.
If Tim was on there,
what about Toy Story?
Man, I was gonna be breaking his neck to get to that damn theater to watch that shit.
If Tim Duncan was on it, absolutely.
Tim Duncan.
Absolutely,
he might be on there. He might be in the crowd or something.
Maybe Tony Parker
be a bunch of.
Duncan don't do them kind of things, so he probably won't be in it. But someone like maybe Tony Parker or Manu Ginobili or something like that, that's a possibility. But yeah, I even if Space Jam is an A+ movie, I cannot come on one of these fucking streams and say that Space Jam is an A+ movie. I can't do it.
Damn, man, that's
Anzo, what
crazy,
if Kawhi is if Kawhi's in it? I know you're gonna
if Kawhi's in it, that ruins the movie right away.
Yes, Daddy?
That's your wife? Cholanita?
Yeah.
Cholanita?
Yeah.
She said game changer neither. Oh yeah, man, your wife got good. She got good taste. Yeah, good job.
Well,
good job, Ms. Basco.
Because it was his wife, I didn't want to say anything. You know what I mean? But like shit, I think we all got some kind of fucking experience up in this shit that we were all going to.
Since you said I am the oldest, and me and Wilt have spoken once or twice.
Don't
can't get better advice than this, yo.
You know what I mean?
What she talking about? So let's do not.
This is it.
It's talk bad about it. What she talking about?
It's not that. It's not that.
No entrapment.
It's not that. No, it's not that.
It sounds like Anzo don't like it because it sounds like I might be her favorite again, like somebody else.
Yes, exactly where I was. Exactly where I was going. Exactly where I was going. Exactly where I was going. It's the man's wife. Of course, that's what's gonna happen. They both sit down there with the popcorn and be watching fucking Danny on. I'd be like, oh, look, hey, Danny, the funniest guy on the show. Yeah, Danny. It's kind of biased right there and there. So I'm gonna just put that out there.
I don't see that wrong with
it. Shit. Just joking. Just joking. We love it. We love it. And you guys know how we do. This is off our chest, where we get topics off our chest. And I know people were struggling with topics. I think Josh has a topic, so I'm gonna let Josh go first, and then we'll go around. So, Josh, what were you gonna say, Danny?
I got a topic whenever Josh is finished.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I got a couple. Let's see. I'll just go with what I said about before. We're all waiting on the stimulus check. I heard that the Democrats are trying to. That's it. I said, hey, you might get a word out here. Laughing all. I know.
Wait, why is he laughing?
I have no idea. Just
a comment, probably.
Because ain't nobody that I know is waiting on a stimulus check except Josh. That boy is sale, bro.
I'm the only person that you know that's like thinking about it.
That laugh seemed pretty sincere, Josh.
Why not? Not that I need it.
I'm just saying.
So just the idea of getting free money is the problem, or did they not say they were giving another check?
No.
I didn't even get to make my statement. Danny came out blasted with the laughter, man.
I'm sorry.
No, he was talking.
That's all right.
He was talking to Josh.
I'm just saying.
He didn't mean
both. Anybody who can explain the situation, because I don't even know that we're supposed to be getting another one to begin with. So I've been out of the loop on that shit for whatever reason. So any information that I can get, I'm trying to hear.
It was like months.
Go ahead, Danny.
I've gotten two, but it was months ago. So I thought it was like, okay, here's your feed. Go ahead and take it. But I haven't heard of a third one or another one.
Right.
So was it 2 in 1 month, or how far apart were
they? Like 6 months apart.
Damn.
We got that first one like the president did, and then
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
that's what you guys call stimulus.
Yeah, we got the first one.
What is happening?
Well, we're Canadians.
The COVID didn't stop my profession from working. I still went to work. One time I was out when I actually got COVID is when for 14 days I had to be out by protocols. But after that, man, I went back to work. I took it. Free money, like Yella said. Free money.
Right.
It's been like, it's been like.
I didn't even get to make my point. By the way, that wasn't even my point.
No, we'll get to.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not. No, Danny.
Your point just fired, Josh. Just the start got to come.
Just the start of it. Yeah,
that's fire, yo.
It was just funny when it came out, man. It was just funny to me because that was like 6 months ago, and you like, let me check. I'm like, that boat done passed, bro.
No, my point was going to be also that the government had said that 1.2 million people hadn't cashed their stimulus check. They found that there were 1.2 million checks uncashed, and they were also saying that they were worried. Analysts were saying that they were worried that the people might look at that and say, oh, well, these motherfuckers aren't cashing their checks, so we might as well not give them any more money. But I don't think that's the reason that their checks uncashed.
That's not even how that works.
No. I agree with you. No,
if they don't cash it, it doesn't go nowhere. They just
right. But no, I think that there are a lot of checks uncashed because either people are losing them in the mail. I know my first two I had, it went right into my bank, and now the other one, the last one, it got mailed, but I've been hopping around, moving around. So I had to I had them send it to my dad's address.
Also, too, those checks got a shelf life. Like 180 days, man, they can be void.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They don't even have to.
How long?
It's usually like 90.
6 months.
What is it, though? Oh, 6 months. 6 months. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Usually have it like in that watermark. Voided after 180 days. That's how mine is. I'm not sure different parts of the country, but usually.
So they're saying that this one might be double what they had initially expected, like based on what they're trying to pass. So I think initially they wanted to give a fourth one, and it was going to be 600. So it might actually be 1,200. Hopefully, So it's just taken so long. I've been keeping updated on it. Go ahead, Hanzo.
No, I had a question. You said 600. Yeah, go ahead, Danny. You first and ask my question.
If individuals really need it, Josh, I'm all for it. But man, where I'm at now, it is tough. I mean, you go to a restaurant, you waiting an hour and a half to eat, and the reason why they have it on the signs, they can't find people to work because they're getting more money sitting at home. I mean, I think in the long run, it's going to hurt the country more than help it.
Now, that's not why they can't. That's not why people aren't working. They're not working because they're getting more money at home. They're not working because it's too dangerous, and they can't afford for the most part, they can't afford the medical expense that it would cost. So they'd rather just sit home.
That's a good point.
And try to find ways to make money on the internet, or try to find ways to make money like driving around, staying away from people. That's the most of the reason why people ain't. There definitely are people who are like, I'm gonna sit up home and collect my check, but that is not the reason why they can't find workers. They can't find workers because we don't trust you motherfuckers trying to make us work.
Or certain industries too just went by the wayside.
There's both. There's people that they're getting paid more money staying at home than going for a minimum job. So
but not enough to destroy the workforce though. That's not. There's no way that it's enough to make the entire workforce.
I can tell you it's hurting me because I can't find people.
It is.
If I want to hire more people, they stay home.
Oh, and Anzo, what was
right
your
away
question?
they asked me, they go, "Can I work from home?" And I say,
Right,
not really, not at the beginning, because
but it's
that's
not
what
because
they
they're getting free money though. It's because like they're not comfortable with being out here in these streets.
But what he's saying though,
what if anything that go ahead.
I was just saying what he's saying though is if they didn't have that check, they would have been working. You know what I mean? So the fact that they have the opportunity,
it's one. What check? Like what check though? Like what are you talking? Like how much do you really think that the government is giving folks that they can just not?
We're talking about unemployment. Okay, you get unemployment on top of the stimulus.
Well, unemployment. No, some people that didn't get. What about the people?
I can't speak for other states. I can't speak for other states. I'm talking about what I see here in South Carolina, where I live and work at. We get a shortage on our cars right now. It's 2 years now before we can order a police package charger because the cars are so on back order because people in the factories aren't working. I go to restaurants, the wait is almost double, sometimes triple. Try to order parts for just regular stuff off of Amazon. They go on Walmart. Walmart now, the shelves are bare most of the time because they don't have people in the night to stock them or whatever product that we need. The person can't manufacture it or is not doing this. I'm trying to get a new computer. Computers are 2 or 3 months back order because the people that make the parts aren't in the factories, aren't doing this and that. So I see it in my state. I can't speak for Josh. I can't speak for you in other states. But that's the problem that I'm seeing now when we try to order stuff, buy stuff, purchase stuff, go to different restaurants, go wherever. It's a wait or it's longer or it's in a back order because when we ask, what's the holdup? Well, people in the factories don't make the cars. Other bigger departments get first dibs. So something
it's different here. It's very different. Up here, I go in, get whatever I need. That's it. There's shelves are stocked. People going out and about.
Now. If you had a box of bullets, you probably could charge about $40 or $50.
Well, that always fluctuates. Bullets, that
not
always,
that much. It used to be like $20 a box. Now bullets are $45, $50 a box. And people are buying them.
So my question was, and it goes a little bit to what Gaiskar was talking about because here it's different. How often do you guys get your stimulus check? How often do you get that check?
No, this will be the 4th one out of the whole pandemic.
So for 2 years, you've had 4.
No, we've had 3 so far. They're arguing.
Well, I mean, I'm counting the one that's coming.
They're arguing and bitching and complaining and yelling and blah blah blah, whatever the fuck they do down there. Still, for the 4th one.
So you're not sure you're going to get the 4th one yet. That's why you only say.
I mean, they now. Well, that was the news I heard was that they were pretty set on it. Like the Democrats were set.
Okay.
And they own, the House and the Senate.
Also, it depends on your. It depends on your yearly salary. Not just you get it. Like my wife's got it, my daughter got it, and children get certain things. For a couple of months, they were putting I think $8 on cards, like something like food stamp cards. So they would send that if you got children certain ages. So they send stuff, but it's not as like y'all's because our tax base isn't high as y'all tax base. But there's no way they could send the money that y'all getting. It just
See, that's why I said that because with us it's different, right? Like we were getting when the start of pandemic, we were getting $2,000 a month. Like anybody that lost their job, anybody apply for it, get it, right? $2,000 a month every month, and then
we definitely didn't get that.
And then they dropped it. They dropped it.
Was like, oh, good luck for 6 months. And
well,
then was
I got a good amount.
Oh, here go 1,200.
But
you're right. That's it.
Okay, good luck again.
Right. So for us now, we get $1,800 a month now for it, right? So it was $2,000, and then it's $1,800. They did it 18 months so that they could take off the taxes, basically taking off taxes of the $2,000, right? So anybody that's not working or whatever can apply, and they get $900 every 2 weeks. So that's why when Gaiskar was saying for here, people are sitting around getting it because my son is doing it because he was working part-time. Right? He was working at Lids part-time, but now he's getting this stimulus check and his unemployment, which is way more than he was doing if he was sitting at Lids working.
See, I knew I saw my dude Anzo with some fresh new fitteds, man.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, bro. I got my own shit going.
I don't know. I was making a joke.
I know you're trying to be funny, but I just want to make it clear. I got my own shit, bro. That's all I'm saying.
But, because he worked there, and it was like,
Yeah. But that's the thing. People, especially here, because we're getting it constantly, there's a lot of people taking advantage of it, right?
Absolutely.
Well, that goes back to my original question, but like part of that.
Said she's not getting that.
Well, that's.
I don't know.
She did.
I thought she said she doesn't understand food stamps.
Here.
She said the fluff. I'm not getting that.
Oh, food stamps.
Go down to the first. She said the fluff. I'm not getting that.
What's the fluff, though?
I'm trying to find out.
She probably said the fuck. I'm not getting that. What you just said, the $2,800.
Well, you see, that's the second part. What he said. You see, but the first they gave you the stimulus, which was the 2,000, and then it was because for me that stimulus was supposed to be my unemployment, but I didn't know COVID was coming, so they gave you that. When the stimulus ended, then they started unemployment insurance. I don't know how long it goes if they extended the time frame, but normally you would get that for 8 months, I believe.
For the unemployment, we were getting $600 a week.
Unemployment depends.
Yeah, we were getting $600 a week plus, whatever one half.
Well, it depends how much you make. If you make over a certain amount, the max they can give you is 9 something. You could take your taxes off.
Well, I was going to say they
get
cut
8
it.
something.
In 2021, they cut it to $300 a week.
But hold on, Matt. How are you not
talking about different countries?
Yeah, exactly.
We know.
But, I know.
Yeah. But I'm asking Matt, how are you not getting that when it's the federal government that's giving it out? So how are you not getting that? I don't understand.
Claim it now. Go claim it, Mads. Go get the money. I guess.
Even if she does, she won't get back.
Isn't she in Toronto?
Yeah, she's in Toronto.
That's why.
But Toronto
want to be American.
Toronto should be able to get it, though. No.
Yeah, but Toronto's messed up, man. I don't know what's going on over there.
That's weird. But here in Quebec, they're giving it.
It should be all across Canada because that's like
federal.
Angel said, it's federal.
Yes. So it's all across Canada. So just go into your
How far is Quebec from Canada? I mean Toronto from Quebec.
About 6 hours.
From Montreal, 6 hours.
Yeah, 6 hours.
5.5 depending on the drive.
Yeah.
The most boring drive you could ever imagine, Danny. The struggle's not the time; it's staying awake, man. There's nothing to look at. You fucking see one tree, you see 5 million. Take the train. You could sleep, wake up, you're there. Mm-hmm. Don't take the bus.
You don't need to go to Toronto anyway. Montreal's a better city than Toronto, to be honest with you. When it comes to hanging out and festivals and all that shit, it's here. Montreal's number one for that.
But if you want an American taste in Canada, go to Toronto.
Facts. Toronto. So finish up, Joshua.
Don't tell the Torontonians that though.
They love it. We got basketball. We got everything. Yeah. We're America's Canada.
I'm just saying. I think at least one more for the most part. I don't know how it is. I'm sorry, Danny, to hear that you're going through that. But one more would be beneficial. I don't care. It would be beneficial. I'm not saying I want it. Give me it. I'll take it. Thanks, dude. I've been working, X amount, just like you, You'll don't lie, Danny. You'll take you.
No. Straight up. Straight up. Let me speak facts right now. Straight up. If you can get it and take advantage of it, go right the fuck ahead because the government has been taking advantage of us for so fucking long. So if you want to ride that shit until it's done, go right ahead, bro. I am all for that.
I'm not laughing at what you said because I'm damn sure going to take the free money just the way you say it. It's funny to me, man.
You going to buy some new pop figures? You going to buy some new comics, baby? You going to buy some new graded 10 Green Lantern comics, man?
There ain't nobody on this
check
channel.
I've got, bro, has paid all bills, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean,
at least you're cashing them though. Unlike that $12 million or $1.2 million it's missing, man.
Man, there was a time, man, when I lived paycheck to paycheck. I'll never go through that shit again. Fuck that.
I hated that, bro. I hated that. And then when I got off of that, you realize the freedom that you have. Like, even if you're not rich, just the fact that you know what I mean? It's can just buy whatever you want to or whenever you want to. You don't have to wait. Yeah, man. It's a great feeling.
Crazy.
Until you fuck around
20 years ago, I come about going to Canada, I'd bust out laughing.
I'm in a good spot.
Actually do it.
Yeah,
Thing is, Yellow.
Canada. Oh, yeah, right.
Thing is, Yellow, we could get sick here and it's all paid for.
Yeah, y'all. Yeah, you be all set. You pay the taxes and they distribute it appropriately. Motherfuckers like us, we pay the taxes and they do what with it?
Mm-hmm. I still don't understand why America has such a big issue with health.
You do understand why. Greed. It's the greed and misinformation that's caused by greed.
I take it one step further. Okay, I'll pay for my medical, but there is no American that should be homeless. We should not be homeless. That's
there's no explanation for it.
Well, I don't think anybody
except for maybe like mental illness where it's hard to keep track of somebody who goes crazy and disappears. That's literally the only case where I'm like, all right, but even then there should be services. We have the bread for it. We definitely have the space. There should be services to rehouse. There should be places for them to go to be cared for. You know what I'm saying? And then that's more jobs that folks talk about they need. It's bullshit, bro. And it's just.
Yeah, I went kayaking on the Lachine Canal, right? All the way to past the carry underneath there where the canal goes to one of the locks. And as I was going there, there's the parks, you have the bike paths, and then there's some little bit wooded area. There I saw a tent. A guy had all his clothes on clotheslines there. The guy was living there. When I went further underneath the bridge, a guy had, within the bridge structure, had his sleeping bag rolled up, his pillow on one side, bags of clothes, bottles of water, and a bucket there. So it's crazy, man. It's especially here where there's mental illness definitely plays a factor. That's for sure. But
this is not a place you want to be homeless.
But this is the thing,
the extremes. We get all the extremes.
But that's the thing is there's so many programs out there to help people get back into low income housing. And to get their lives back, why is it like that? So the mental illness, or is it better just to live off the streets in the summer than go into shelters in the winter if you can, and still pay off that
I lived in that office, man. I lived in that office for 3 years, man. I was just like, not even because I had to, but just because I was like, I'm stacking up bread. So there's something.
And it was crazy when I saw that.
But there were some officers that were supposed to get trained to identify that and do that. They're starting to train more like that, man. I'm telling you, it's just sad, bro. It's sad.
And I don't think any of us are.
No, go ahead, Danny. Then Josh. Finish up.
On my second job, I went to. On my second job, I went to sign somebody up for the law firm, and man, he was like, "Mister, I shouldn't ask you this, man, but me and my wife, we hadn't eaten in 3 days. Is there any way you can put gas in our truck?" I could see they were living in the truck. And my heart wouldn't let me not help those people. So I went into the restaurant. I bought enough food for them to last about 6 or 7 meals, jugs of water, and I probably put $20-$25 worth of gas in their vehicle. But I see that all the time, man. I'm like, okay, good. This shouldn't be happening in America, man. It's embarrassing.
For real.
I don't understand why we can't fix it, especially when some of these people got 2 or 3 houses. What person really needs 2 or 3 houses?
Empty.
I think it's exactly what Yellow said. It's greed, man.
It's
greed, and I have all this, so I'm the man because I got 2 houses, I got 10 cars, and I'm the man. You know what I mean? And I always said, like, if I ever won the lotto, I definitely said I would try to do something, anything I could to at least help someone on the street, bro.
I would definitely,
what I mean?
But it's not really. It's not an individual kind of greed situation. It's a systemic it's like the problems are so much bigger. Not to say don't help nobody ever. Obviously, do what you can as an individual. That's what we're supposed to do. We're people. We're individuals. We can do what we can as an individual. But like the problems are, it's a systemic corporate greed that allows for laws to be put in place that prevents people from being able to set up programs that help homeless folks. You feel what I'm saying? Or that it incentivizes paying people as little as possible. You feel what I'm saying? So that the people at the top can make as much money as possible, right? It's basically the law for any business to try to make as much money as it can. Like it's at the expense of anything else. And then you have some regulations that come in to try to like, hey, you know, you got to provide some kind of health care for your people. Healthcare is trash most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just there's a lot of disgusting. Here's the thing: global pandemic. People pay taxes every single day, right? Every day, lots of taxes are being paid. Global pandemic. Everybody stay in the house. You can't go out and work. How does anybody lose their house in a global pandemic? How does anybody,
for real,
lose their house because they can't make them work? Right. How does that happen?
Yeah. It's fucked up.
I just want to say quickly, it's extrapolated from what I hear, and I don't live out there, but I hear in LA it's like completely different. Like their homeless situation is like they have two sets of people. One is a community of just straight up homeless people, and then the other, obviously in LA, is like the super wealthy rich that live in the hills. So it's like it must be crazy to have that juxtaposition of both.
Yeah, what kills me is the governments, right? When there's these tragedies across the world and they donate millions and millions to help them reconstruct. What about the fucking people that are here that need that fucking money, right?
For real.
Yeah, but you know what that is, though.
It's like
buying influence. That ain't helping nobody. That's buying influence.
But if you, it goes back to the main thing, right? You can only help people by helping yourself first. If you're not well, how can you help other people? Right? It goes back to the airplane thing. When the oxygen mask goes down, what's the first thing you have to do? You have to put it on yourself before you can help someone else.
Anyways,
it's facts. It's facts.
It's crazy.
And that's the thing, right? They don't give a fuck about us, man. I say it all the time. Like they don't. Other countries and shit where they can have influence on stuff like that, but the people that are living here right now, homeless people, mentally ill, they step right over you. They don't give a fuck, man. And whenever I go downtown and I see someone, if I have change, I give it. I used to be like, oh no, but now if I have it, I give it, man, because it's hard. I don't
give them change because you can't differentiate between a crackhead and somebody that's.
You see, but you see, Danny,
if they ask for food, I buy them the food. I don't give them the money.
And you know what? I completely understand that. But my philosophy is if someone is a crackhead, right, and I give them money, and for that one day I make them happy, I don't care what they did with the money because it's already hard enough living on the street. So you're struggling every day. If your wish is to have one little smoke or rock and I can help you out with that, man, just so that you're happy, hey, man, so be it. Because
how about that?
You did your good deed.
How about if you found that one that kills them? How about if that trip kills them?
If that trip kills them, well,
they might be better off, bro. They might be better off.
I still
they might
did
be
what I
better
had
off,
to do. That could be right, but I still did what I had to do. I helped somebody.
Exactly. That's the best high he ever experienced.
We used to have this dude. We used to have this dude. I want to talk about him. He used to have this sign.
It was these $2 that I got from a Canadian in a Yankee fitted.
So, now back at the other place I lived, this dude used to have this sign every day. And stand there. He would stand there for hours with the sign. Help me out. Help me I need change. And like my barber, he offered him a job. He said, "Hey, come in, help me sweep up the floor." He denied it. He didn't want to take the job. No. Dude, my dude had a car. We talked about it. He got in his car and he drove home every day. He like parked down the street, and it was him and his brother.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
There's people that get busted doing that.
Yeah. I've seen that 100%. I've seen that. But
just look them in their eyes.
I go downtown. I go downtown a lot, right? So I can tell the difference. Maybe not all the time, but most of the times you could tell the difference, right? One guy came up to me one time and he literally is like, "Hey man, I'd like to have change. I want to get a beer." He told me straight up he wanted a beer. So I was like, "You want a beer here?" I gave him $5. I said, "Go buy yourself a beer, man."
Cool,
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, right, it's a struggle. You got to understand that it's a 24-hour depression and struggle for these guys that are living on the streets. So regardless of what their poison is, if it's like, "Hey man, that guy was a good guy, he did a good deed, he gave me what I wanted," no problem. If it just happened to kill him, I'm sorry, but
Anzo, you good dude though, man. No, Anzo, you good dude, bro. See me, I'm like 50-50. It depends on what day you catch me. If you catch me on a good day, oh, here's $1, brother. Catch me on a bad day, I'm like it depends.
Going to what Matt said. Going what Matt says, yeah, I do the same thing. I check their shoes. I look at their dress. I'm like, motherfucker, you don't need no cash.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs, bro. Right at the bottom, there's physiological needs: warmth, water, food, rest. Cats is talking about shoes and whether they finna go smoke rocks. All of that stuff is problems up at the top. These people have a problem that is so base. You can't expect them to be worried about any of this bullshit up top, bro. It compounds on top of itself. We got to take care of that. Get them not hungry, get them hydrated, get them comfortable, and then maybe we can start talking about, you feel what I'm saying? Like their state of
Switch, man. It's important. I need to switch, man. I got to play the new Smash Brothers.
That's up at the top. That's up at the top. That's up at the top, including creative activities, bro. It's right there at the top. You feel what I'm saying? Including creative activities, but it's right there at the top. So they got everything you need is right there. You got to fill out the bottom first before you can even start to feel anything that's up at the top, and that's what these people are lacking. They're victims of capitalism.
I agree, but what I was saying is just like, once I give them the money, what they do with it, it's on them. At least, at least I gave them the money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? So that's why I can't feel no way if they use it on crack, because at least I tried.
I don't like feeling like a sucker, because I just don't want to. I am against
the drugs. I get it. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm against somebody that said they need help, but then they use it for bullshit stuff.
Okay.
Now, if you want help and you hungry, I will help you and I will give you food. Mm-hmm. I will try to. I can't bring you into my house because I don't know I can trust you with my family, but I will try and get you somewhere where you be safe and out of harm's way. But then if I give you that money and then I do that, and then time as I leave, you done got $20 of my hard-earned money and you left down the street, that sucker, and then I'm gonna be like, what the hell?
He puts it in a stack with like 100 other bills or 200 other bills.
If I see that, like we had this one Hispanic lady, we'll work for food and stuff. Was at the Walmart, had to sign all day, and like, damn,
she is working for food. That's her job.
She ain't got enough money yet, and she ain't got the gas and stuff. Come to check her, and then we sent somebody undercover there. She said, "Here's the money." She went in the doggone in her car, had a stack of money, man, like this thick right here, man. When she done been collecting and stuff, come to find out she go to all the Walmarts and do this, and then she have her kids out there acting like they broke down this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Nah, I don't have no sympathy for nobody like that. That's lock their ass up.
That's exactly what I'm saying. If it's the fraud business,
lock them up 100%. For what? What's fraudulent about asking people for money?
That's panhandling.
Like if they but how is panhandling even really a crime? Like if they help support fund for victims of Katrina and then they keep the money, that's a problem, right? But if they just out there yo, give me some money for whatever reason, that's not like a lot
right.
Hold on, Josh. Let Diane answer.
The sign says I need gas, broke down for gas, trying to get to Florida. That's the sign says something along those lines. Okay, we done look at there, and we count the money. You got $300 worth of cash in there. What the fuck? And we done proved that. Then 2 days ago we saw you somewhere else.
I get it. It's a hustle, but I don't. If people have the money to give, I don't see why why it's really a problem. Like if they're hurting somebody or if they're lying about what the money is for, and I don't know if how you know they don't take that money and then go to sure, I guess I don't know. It's like give me money so I can go somewhere, as opposed to like give me money so I can take care of these starving kids in Guatemala or some shit. Like that's
Yeah, but that's what he's saying. Like, let's say it's someone that have a sign say, "I need money for food," right? Yeah. And then you giving them, and then you see in the car they got $300 in the car. Like there was a dude here, man. He used to go to the malls all the time, right? And beg for money. And then one day I happened to be walking in, and I see him getting ready to do it, but he's getting out of a fucking Benz, bro. He got out of a Benz. He wasn't driving it, but someone was driving it. So I'm like, okay, so if you know someone that's driving in a Benz, then they can help you out. Like you don't need to be standing there trying to get money from other hard-working people. So that's kind of the fraud shit that I understand what that is.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, but also that Benz could just be the car that they own now. That's just they've just had it for a while since before the stock market crash and they lost their whole livelihood. You know,
no, with someone else driving. That's why I said
either way,
if someone else driving, but that someone else driving can help you. That you probably don't need to be going and begging.
I'm a hustler, baby.
Well, I was gonna say it's just their job. It's just like it's the same thing with. I know I'm triggering Danny, man, every time.
No, I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at stuff Yellow was saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, about the stock market crash and everybody losing their livelihood.
Yeah, there's people that are outside holding the signs, furniture, shop at the furniture store here, you know what I mean? And they're getting paid for it too. They're just holding a different sign than the other people who are holding the, I'm homeless, help me out signs. That's their job. I mean, it's a point.
It is their job,
it's a whole other hustle.
They can also look for a job.
Could I ask a question?
I agree there are different levels. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What was Josh's topic?
It was about the stimulus. We're done. I'm
just looking. We're like 50 minutes in. I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about. We've gone from homeless to all kinds. I don't even remember what he's talking about.
Well, it all kind of came down to the stimulus, right? Because we're talking about what people were doing with like getting money and stuff like that. It kind of, sort of, but yeah, we did kind of get off the topic with that one though. But that's how we always do over here. So whatever it is,
because in the back room, me and Josh were talking, and it seemed like a fire. I had a little piggyback topic to go on it, and I totally forgot what it was now.
It was
write that shit down.
It was like pre-planned backstage. I thought that was
good. Shit down.
Danny kind of touched upon it. What was it? It was something. Fuck, man.
You see what I mean? It's not the only one.
And I'm the one that smokes weed.
I got an excuse. You're not the only one. Well, I got an excuse.
I have a topic.
I thought if I talked to Josh, he would remember, at least for me.
I have a topic that could tie into this whole thing, right? Because I don't know if you all heard what's going on in Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That the people were actually going onto the streets and protesting.
They're actually doing what they were doing in Scarface.
Yep.
Libertad. They're all in the streets.
They
were. Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead.
They hit to the streets because a lot of people are dying. There's the healthcare, and people are just they're at their limit with the dictatorship. But what's crazy is what they've done, right? Because as soon as that started being broadcasted, they shut down all internet services to the country. So that shit couldn't get out.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what you call communism.
Social media was going crazy for Cuba for a while, and then all of a sudden it was silence. And
now
I just seen somebody today talk about we just got our internet back in Cuba or whatever. So, but I don't really understand what's going on over there. So, somebody could tell me that. I greatly appreciate it.
Well,
I'm trying to figure out.
Go ahead, Gaiskar.
What is the fascination?
So,
with scratching your back, Danny.
What's that nation?
I was trying to see what's the fascination with Cuba. It seems like we've been fixated on Cuba for so many years. I mean, I don't understand. I don't quite understand.
Well, it goes over many years, right? There's no real equality, and their living structures are not upkept. Like I have a buddy of mine that he's a big baseball guru, and he sends his kids to baseball camps, and he sent his kids to Cuba because there's a big baseball camp there.
Baseball dynasty.
Exactly. And the pictures that he was the pictures that he was sending back, right, of their housing and their wiring, like live wire, bare open on side of buildings at hand's reach, like at 3 feet, 4 feet, is just insane. And it's crazy to think to have housings like this and people living on minimums, right? That's why when we go on those resorts and we stay in those facilities, the workers that are there are freaking super ecstatic when you leave them toothbrushes, freaking toothpaste.
We bring kits for them.
Yeah, you get your little packages, right? You set
shampoo,
them up. Yeah, exactly.
Toothpaste, toothbrushes, mouthwash, anything, tampons, whatever. Because not to cut you off, Gaiskar, but I stayed there for a week, and we stayed in a town. We had a villa. And when we went grocery shopping, I was fucking shocked, yo. Shocked. Not only were 2/3 of the shelves bare, but the prices on these things. And here we are coming out with, like, we pretty much bought whatever was left in that store. And we're coming out, and we could just see people look. I tell you, I love Cuba, but the way the people suffer there, it fucking hurts, man. You know, like, the people are so nice. I go to the barbershop. The guy's like cutting my hair for not even $2. I'm giving him a $10 tip because you can't help but, because they make you feel so welcome. They're such good people.
My aunt married a Cuban in Spain, and they moved to Miami after from Spain. And the stories that he used to tell me at times about Cuba, man, it was crazy. He was able to escape, right, by going the Spanish route and then going back to the United States. But what's going on now? People are dying of hunger, man.
It's fucked up.
Hunger. There's food shortages.
That's crazy, man.
It's just, it blows my mind. And I know there's a huge movement now happening in, I think it was Edmonton, that Canadians are now going to the streets for the Canadian government to actually get involved. And this time
it's happening all over the world almost.
To help the people and not that regime, right? It's just unbelievable that nowadays this is still happening in countries where, because Castro's not there anymore, right? It's his brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how could this go on? I don't know. It's the same. I think that it's going to end up going into a civil war, but unfortunately,
like Dandelion says, those sanctions that the U.S. placed on
Cuba, that's what's killing
stifling them hard.
Yep.
That's why everything's bare over there, man. Bare minimum.
Do you think the government is actually going to accept help?
No.
I don't think
so. I'm telling you, I was there for a week.
It's what the help comes with, though. There's no, especially with the U.S., they want control if they're going to help you. They never just are like, here's some help. So but if
they go there, they're going to change everything.
Roberto, the stores, going back to what we're saying, the stores where people were going to buy food there, they weren't accepting anything but foreign currencies. So you either had to pay in Canadian dollars or American dollars, which was the preferred one. They didn't even
take Canadian.
They would not take anything else.
American.
They would not take their currency at all. American was the preferred. They would take Canadian.
Their currency was outlandish. Like when it changed to their currency, there's no way they could pay. Like, like those old ghetto boxes we used to have back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what's the difference in their dollar to ours? Because in theirs, it was like 42,000 something pesos or 420,000 pesos. It's like ridiculous. Like nobody from there could buy this and nobody visiting would buy it. So why do you have it there?
Oh my God. It's one peso is 5 cents.
That's
Canadian.
Crazy.
Wow.
Anzo, the only people making money there are the people working on the resorts.
Yeah.
They're making more than doctors and other people with the tips they're getting because the bartender that was in our town, that bartender,
1 peso is 5 cents.
So it's
Canadian.
$20.
Wow. Yeah, so if a beer is 5 pesos, do the math.
Go there and buy some land.
Yeah,
I've never been there.
Drinking like
buy some land.
Is the beer 5
pesos? You love it there, but the downside is how the people suffer, how they suffer, and what they have to do to make that money when the tourists come. It's degrading. It's sad. It's really fucking sad.
That's why when they tell you if you go to those places, you got to be careful, man. You don't be going there flossing, bro. Because
it's not even that they can't touch you, Anzo.
They're not allowed.
In the ghettoest ghettos, midnight, 1 a.m, they can't touch us.
If they touch
communists.
you, oh my
basically,
God. Almost.
When COVID came, it stifled the economy because all they have is really tourism. They have nothing else.
Wow.
When you go to these little towns, they send their daughters out. I'm sorry to say, but they send their daughters out because they know when their daughters go to the clubs, the Canadians are there. There was a few Americans there. I don't know how that was possible, but there were a few Americans there. But
they do the dance. They fly. They go somewhere and then go somewhere to go to Cuba from there.
Yeah,
but you feel the friction.
What Daniel is saying, the doctors, they have a crazy great healthcare, like
amazing.
They have an amazing healthcare.
People travel all over the world to go there.
Raiders
with Cuba was trading doctors and shit for oil with Venezuela. That was a wild.
I'm not trying to exploit anybody, man. I would feel like weird about that shit, man. I hear people, like dancers come and they choose to do it and they make their own money. But Danny, you're on one tonight, man. You were on one tonight, dude.
But
I don't know what.
You guys said that they can't touch you, but I had friends that went. It was James and I shouldn't say their names.
Don't trust that.
They went. Yeah, I said their names, but whatever. It was my boy James and Willie. They went to Cuba and they almost got robbed there. Like if it wasn't for someone stopping them, they were basically about to get robbed. Like literally, like kidnapped, robbed, like stopped. About to put these dudes, in the car and take them off somewhere to never be seen again. And I can't remember how they told me it got stopped, but
body parts.
Yeah, they almost got robbed, bro.
For organs. Yeah,
they almost got taken away, man.
What did they seen it coming and they kind of just avoided it, or?
No, it was something that interrupted it. I can't remember if it was somebody or I can't remember the whole story. I have to talk to them, but I just remember him telling me, they feared for their life at that moment in time. I can
tell you on my I would have been there 3-4 times. I have never felt more safer on vacation than Cuba.
Okay.
Never.
I thought you guys were talking about Mexico.
The only time I felt away is when I tried to pick up some cigars.
Mexico's not communist, man.
They're fucking paranoid, man. They're very afraid of the police there. Very afraid.
Yeah. It's just insane, man.
It's very sad. It's a very good topic you brought up there, Gaiskar, but it's a very fucked up situation. And if you haven't gone there and meet the people and know how it is,
I was in Miami one year when they caught I don't know how many, I think it was 40 people or something, on a freaking man-made freaking raft out of freaking plastic barrels and shit coming from Cuba to come to Florida, right? And I remember watching that, and I'm like, wow, what can lead people to take a risk like that?
Desperation, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. It's crazy. Roberto.
I'll take your word for
go ahead,
it.
Danny.
I don't think I'm going to no Cuba for. I'll take Roberto and Gaiskar word for it, but I don't think I want to go to Cuba for a vacation.
I'll wait till all this stuff.
Nor do I. I will not take my chances.
You know what the problem is, Danny? Cuba gets a bad name to people who just go and get the resort experience, like I did the first time. Right. The resort experience was something I said I would never go to Cuba again because I saw poverty on the next level when I went in town to buy liquor. And I just felt so much guilt. How could I do this when people are struggling so hard? How could I I just felt bad. I felt bad. I didn't want to go there again. But the next time I went, I got the villa experience. And I want to go again, but I can't because I'm back with the wife. That's all I can say about Cuba.
Yeah.
Because you go to Cuba.
What's this?
Wow.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. Look at that right there. God have mercy.
Really yellow.
Why you snitching though, bro?
That's
it got real dark, man. I was just trying to bring the, bring the mood back up, man. It was real heavy for a second.
I thought that was connected. I thought this is a Cuban girl or something.
Cuban?
I didn't know what.
She's definitely Cuban.
Oh, okay.
Mercy.
I have no idea if she's Cuban.
What's the eastern
Well, that's
side
kind
of
of
Cuba? That's not the town there. What's the town? The main town, Gaiskar, in Cuba.
Havana.
That's not the eastern side, huh?
Gotta check that out now.
We were 10 minutes. We were 10 minutes from Havana, and I could tell you, it was a fucking time and a half.
I need to go somewhere like that, man, because I went to Europe, man. Our money is like, they don't even want that shit.
It's very expensive.
Dude, I went there. They're like, yo, yeah, we take euros or we take, what's the other one, pounds. I'm like, well, I have US dollar. They're like, no, I don't want that shit. You know? I feel like if I went to Canada, it would be the same thing, right? US dollar, probably.
Oh, they'll take it.
No, they'll take it.
No, I know you'll
gladly.
take it. You'll take it, but it's not.
They love your money.
Was like
absolutely
1.5 to 1 there.
Yeah. They love American money over here. Yeah, bring it. They don't care. Roberto, what did you have? Do you remember? Please tell me you remember.
Say something.
Could it be that George Floyd mural?
Oh, that's it. Yes.
One thing, yeah.
The George Floyd mural in Ohio. Yesterday, supposedly a lightning bolt hit it and destroyed it. Could you share the image?
Absolutely.
That. And I could tell you, something like that happened to me when I was, say, about 14 years old, living on Promenade Street.
Hold on, let me find it. It's you sent it on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
On our chat.
It's in the messenger.
So lightning did strike it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Check this out, Danny. Well, everybody on the panel. I used to have an issue. No, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how valid the information is. It's just something I saw, and I thought it would be something to talk about. Maybe someone has a little more insight on it. But when I was younger, I used to have an issue sleeping during thunderstorms, I couldn't. And when I was getting older, I decided, the whole, you got to be a man, you got to do this. So I forced myself to go to sleep. I'm sleeping now. And all of a sudden, there was this fucking boom like I never heard before.
Transformer.
And then my building shook. I was in my parents' bed shaking. Got up the next day. The same way those bricks are distributed in that image there, those bricks were at the bottom of my window on Plomadon, Onzo. All the bricks in a circular thing were gone around my window.
Ooh, that's crazy, man.
Something similar to what you see in that image there.
Is there a way to full screen it?
So for me to see that and say, hey.
Doing a zoom in on your browser.
It's very possible.
Yeah, it's entirely possible.
Look at that.
Divine intervention, man. Divine intervention.
But it also seems very kind of specific.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is
a little bit.
This is it.
Well, maybe the bricks were like, I could tell from that painting though that the bricks in between, it needed to work.
Yeah,
those bricks are not broken. Yeah.
But guys, listen, what happened to me? It was a perfect circle. Like around my window, a perfect circle like a sun. But so much bricks fell and hit that ground that it shook our building.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know?
So you saying you're not supposed to sleep during a thunderstorm?
No, I'm just saying that it's possible that lightning can strike a wall.
What's the moral of the story here?
That could happen, I've experienced lightning hitting my wall and shit like that happening. Okay. So I can believe that that's true.
If that's the case, I'm in trouble.
Well, I just slept through one last night. I don't know if you guys heard that shit last night.
Nope. Slept like a baby.
Well, I hope they rebuild it soon, man. I hope they rebuild the mural soon. I mean,
do you think they will?
Ingenuity.
The people in the church are saying a whole lot of stuff right now.
Not,
I'm telling you right now.
What's that?
Oh, that's George sending a message.
I don't think nobody's going to touch that wall.
That's a good question. I don't think they're going to fix it either.
Or the people that think that it's overhyped, saying, see, God knew it was overhyped. God knew.
Boy, yeah, I could see some stupid people saying shit like that.
All
bro.
kinds of views on that shit.
I'm telling you,
I see there's some laugh
is,
emojis, a bunch of stupid
that
laugh
is what they're
emojis
saying.
already. If you probably click on it, it's like
bro,
fixed.
Yeah, we're
they like, oh, in case you didn't believe there's a God, there's all kinds of little fuck shit underneath this Twitter post that I'm looking like, yo. Like,
is there really?
It's like, wow, yeah.
Can we read the comments?
You know what?
Hold on.
Yeah, you know what?
And the emoji count. I'm sure it's like, set even 5. Sad,
actually,
happy, love.
Let me put it back and let's see some of the comments in that shit.
Yeah,
there are some YouTubers at night, but and I've seen that.
Well, look, I got it pulled up here, sharing with you.
Oh, okay, you got it. Okay, cool. Oh, you have it on Twitter. Okay, good.
Yeah. It got some pictures and stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And then underneath the pictures, of course, is the comments, bro. Not really a religious person whatsoever. But if there was ever an event that caused me to pause, this would be it. Like a religious person. Come on, man. I'm not a religious person, but lightning, that's God's favorite tool. I don't think he's ever struck anybody with lightning once. Not in the goddamn stories. Like, I don't think that's ever been. That's Zeus. There's Zeus in them that do that, right? I don't know. Anyway, that's not my point.
Imagine strike people with
wow. It make you wonder if there's really a God. And they say God isn't real, a memorial to a criminal. Like all this stuff, lightning, totally racist. You know what I'm saying? Just like mad jokes. And it's like, cool, I get it. Lightning struck a building. There's no reason why you can't joke here. But when they start talking,
no worries, I'm sure there's plenty of mug shots.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, this is the world we live in here. This is the world we live in.
God Almighty had enough of sinners being glorified.
Wow.
Looking at the roof, here's somebody who, you know what I'm saying, it sounds like it got some sense here. Looking at the roof, I say there's some structural problems. Sure. It looks like the roof is sunken, which normally indicates a frame has moved or is broken. This internal. This internally puts more strain on the outer frame walls. So, that's what it looks like by the photo.
So the brickwork bellies out and then it just collapses.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not even reading
white
Twitter.
Rage lightning.
I knew somebody was gonna say that. I knew somebody
some bullshit,
was
I really fucks with Twitter, man. I know you guys are on there. You guys love it.
Yeah,
No, I don't.
We're only on there.
This is Twitter.
Kill each other.
Okay.
Facebook is more.
Kill each other when we going on show, Josh. That's it.
Yeah, what time? That's it.
Much.
That's all.
Yeah.
Facebook is more civil because you got all your stuff up there, man.
Okay, let's compare. Let's see if Facebook is more civil.
There we go. That's good.
That's crazy. There's no way you think it's social media, bro.
Yeah, I know. 100%.
No, my media is better than yours.
100%. We're gonna find some bullshit comments in here as well.
I'm just gonna turn my
Let's
camera.
see.
There's gonna be just as many. That's the way it is. That's the way they are. That's the way people are.
Let me go screen. Yeah, Lightning, do you really think we're dumb? Even if it was lightning, when are we going to fix this? Okay.
Esoteric.
Floyd should not have died the way he did. This was okay. I'm curious as to why so many people pretend to care about this man. Probably wouldn't even give him $1 if he was begging for change in the streets. In my city, there are enormous drug, gang, homeless population. Nobody cries when homeless people overdose in the streets or drug dealers shoot each other in the face. For real, some people really living under a rock.
That's completely irrelevant, fam. Completely different issue.
I know, 100%.
Separate, like just separate. They're like, hey, look, pain over here. Pain over here. They have to be the same. It's like, no. Pain over here. Corruption over here. Like, this is like they're having a different conversation.
Sarah J. Knight has her words struck by vandals, man. She knows, bro.
These comments seem to be a little bit more tame than
better, man.
A little bit.
Facebook represent. Yeah, that's why I'm on there. We're more.
This is a disgusting post in every sense. That's someone's work. It should be respected. Okay. Floyd did this from above. He didn't want his death promoted.
See, the reason why is because Facebook, you got all your stuff, your whole
bro.
personality.
Of course,
your whole family's there. But with Facebook.
So what's God saying when He sends all the tornadoes to trailer parks?
Right.
Time for a cleanup.
Exactly.
The redneck suck.
It's time to move, man. Time to move, baby.
Stop fucking
Time to move
using
up
me.
north.
Okay. So yeah, it seems like there's a little bit more.
Holy carnations! My trailer won't stand still.
They seem more civilized.
They do seem more difficult.
See, now I'm a proud Facebook user, man. You guys got to get on there. Fuck Twitter. Get out of
Yo, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. So
Thank you,
down
thank
for
you,
Facebook,
man. Thank you,
you
bro. Yo, what's up, man?
Right.
Yo, you hear me on here, bro? I'm repping.
Yeah.
Bro.
So far, I'm gonna.
Bro.
Regardless of what anyone in this group thinks or believes, if this post was done in bad faith, then the same God will give you your due justice. It's a shame God didn't
I fucking hate the concept of belief so thoroughly, bro. I hate every time these people start talking about any kind of religious figure, but I think I'm so disgusted by this concept of belief because it enables people to be stubborn and gullible at the same time. You will literally justify any old bullshit because of some crazy bullshit that you believe in. I fucking hate it. As human beings, we are absolutely have evolved way beyond the need for any of that religious. But yes, that's right. Go ahead, make your do that shit. Strike me right now.
Yeah, man.
To each their own, man. To each their own.
I'm just sick of it, bro. As human beings, fuck out of here. As human beings, bro, we have evolved. I understand we did need it when we were learning to figure out how civilization works. Because we were dumb and we needed help. We needed a way to share, impart morals and share traditions and all that shit. But we have evolved beyond that shit. We don't fucking need it no more. We gotta let it go. It was a tool that helped us get to where we are, and now it's time to move forward. Because now all I can see is it holding us back. That's all I can see. The concept of belief, not fucking any particular religion or any of that shit. The concept of belief in itself. If you want to adhere to certain moral guidelines and all that shit, I'm all for it, fam. But the moment that you try to control the moment that you try to use the fantasy of where your traditions come from to instruct how the world should be, how everyone else in the world should behave, or how things should work, or how the rules of the world work, how reality, physics, all of this stuff. The moment you start denying facts because it doesn't fall in line with what it is that you believe, you are creating a lesser world to exist in. You are holding back. You are hindering progress at this point. And that's my beef with it, because what it does is at the same time belief. What does it mean? It means to accept something as true with or without proof. That without proof part is a big problem. You can think whatever the fuck you want to think. You don't have to believe it. You can know whatever the fuck you want to know. You don't have to believe it. We don't need that shit. All it does is make it so that people can say, well, according to my beliefs, and then say some fuck shit after it. That's all it does now. I'm so sick of this shit, bro. I am so tired of it, fam. How many times are we gonna have people act like how many times are we gonna have people go into schools and say specifically evolution isn't real, the earth is only 7,000 years old because that's what the book said? How many times are we gonna allow this shit to happen? How many times are we going to allow people to deny facts, science, things that can be demonstrated and replicated over and over and over again because of some nonsense belief that people have that they claim comes from a book most of them didn't even fucking read? They just heard what the dude who's sitting at the top of the room where they all get together and quote this bullshit said, and then took it with them for the rest of their life. How many times are we going to allow people to say the way you decided to live your life means that you're going to go to hell because of some bullshit that they misinterpreted from a book? Yet, none of them want to stick to all the stuff that they enjoy doing. What about all the seafood and shit that everybody want to love every single day? What about all the 2 different types of fabrics that people want to wear? What about cutting your fucking beard? They ignore all of that shit, right? Because of some bullshit belief that they only use when it's to justify some shit that they want other people to do. Come on, I'm just sick of it, bro. I'm so get that shit off of my chest. I am tired.
I was about to say
people using belief as a whole, just as a concept in itself. I don't care. Believe what you want as long as you're not forcing on nobody else. Do what the fuck you want. But the concept of belief, do what you want. Do what you want. I don't care. But I will always think of you as lesser if you ever use belief in any real way, because the belief, the concept of it itself doesn't actually mean anything. It holds no fucking water. You can't do anything with it that is useful. You cannot. You can the same things that anybody would use belief for, you can use think and you can use know. And it's much better for you to think some shit is true, because that leaves the possibility for when you get new information, you can reassess. But if you believe some shit is true, Even when you have all of the information in the world providing to you saying that it is not true, you cannot let it go. And that's the stubbornness. But then if you believe some shit is true, somebody can use that belief to manipulate you and trick you into doing shit that goes against your best interest. And that's the gullible. And that's all it does. I'm sick of this shit, bro. I'm like, that's the biggest fight that I ever have through my whole life. That's the one thing that I think if we can get over that, we can really see what humanity could really be. But we can't get over it because we're too afraid, too pussy. That's how I feel. It stems from where it comes from, evolution, right? As fucking cave people or people in the wilderness or people who didn't figure out what civilization was, we had to understand that if the grass is moving, it could either be the wind or it could either be something that can kill us. We had to figure it out. So we had to create stories that makes it make sense. And then we had to create stories to be able to teach. I understand why we did it. At this point, we don't need it anymore. We have to let it go.
Oh,
fault, yeah.
All good, man. Say what you gotta say. This is what we do. Off our chest, you got that shit off your chest, man. It is what it is.
I feel you. That's why I said grow a spine, speak your mind. Stop sitting there and accepting shit that you don't accept because you're too afraid of the what's gonna come back at you.
Right.
Just fucking be you. We were us for how long? Now we're just like beep, pop, beep, 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 beep. And the ones who aren't are saying, what the fuck, yo? I've been saying that for a couple of years. Like, what's going on? Evil is making its way in. Something is happening.
Yeah, man. Things are changing. People are changing. The world is changing. This pandemic showed us.
Sorry?
Isn't that believing?
Yes.
Well, that's okay.
Evil is that because you believe in evil.
But you can think, well, not okay. So
I believe there's two sides to everything.
And I might not agree with Yellow, but
there's a yin and there's a yang.
I'm glad he said what he said.
If you can only
I wouldn't try to push what I
absolutely, man.
On Yellow.
Listen,
but I do have my beliefs.
I am religious in my own way.
Absolutely.
I'm Catholic. Do I believe in the Catholic Church? Absolutely not, because they're the biggest criminals in the history of mankind. And the most organized crime that there's been throughout the history of mankind.
Sure. Yeah, I have my own personal relationship,
My mom told me from when I was doing my Catholicism, I did as an adult. My mom told me, I went to church I came back from church pissed off because priests were saying some bullshit. And my mom goes, why you go? He goes, believe with your heart. And that's it. That's all you have to do. I never go around telling people you should believe this, should believe that. Never, ever. But to each their own, man. As long as everybody's respectful. That's all I'm saying.
That's all that matters, man.
I like what King David said there. Sorry to cut you off, Fonzo. That's a
go ahead.
Little quote there. Science doesn't lie, scientists do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Science
it's the same concept too. I'm not saying like ditch religion, believe science. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying you can think whatever the fuck you want to think, but when new information shows up, have the critical thinking to then change your opinion. You feel what I'm saying? Or to reanalyze at least. Like that's all I'm saying. When you start, because there's people that believe science and they believe anything that says a scientist said this, they automatically believe it's true, and that's just as problematic as because it's not about the religion for me. That's where it started, but it's the concept of belief in itself. That process. That
I was just going to ask you that. I was just going to say you prefer analysis over belief. Like, even if it's to analyze whatever it is, just you prefer to analyze.
It's always about critical thinking. Always. Gotcha. And that's our gift as human beings. That's the thing that we do that nothing else does. You know what I'm saying? Other things can problem solve, but we think critically. And we need to do that.
To quote a movie, Higher Learning, when it ended, what did it say? Question the knowledge.
Yeah.
Always have to question it. No matter how many facts, you always have to question the knowledge.
Yeah. You're getting somebody else's version.
And things always change, right? New information is always popping up about things. My dad didn't believe in God at all. He did not believe in it one bit. And personally, sometimes some of the things he said made sense. You know what I mean?
Of course.
It made sense. So you have to certainly think about reasons of why. You know what I mean? You may see things differently, and if those are your beliefs, absolutely no problem. But you can't shit on somebody for what they believe, though. You know what I mean?
I shit on people for believing. Period. That's what that whole speech was about. I really do, and it makes me a terrible person. I'm fine with that. But it's anything that's about like it's so, and it's all, and it's like, and there's a lot of perfectly reasonable people who don't try to force it. Most people, I feel like they're just trying to live their life and get by. And there's a lot of good shit in all of these like different belief systems. There's a lot of beautiful, powerful, and effective shit in it, right? Because we're human beings, we're social creatures, so we had to create constructs to help teach everybody how to socialize. There's some beautiful shit, you feel what I'm saying? But it's just like, you don't need to believe. You don't have to believe to take the good shit. You know, you don't have to believe anything to. You can think everything that you want to believe. You can just think it, and that's good enough. I don't even like the word, bro. It's just it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Interesting. They said think it and not believe it, which it's interesting, man. It's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
Well, there's a few things you can believe. You better believe that I'm gonna stay black and die. Can believe that.
You ain't got no choice.
Exactly.
You ain't got no.
So
I don't know. Sammy Sosa, Michael Jackson.
Well,
these folks, they're showing us there's some choice. There's some options now out here.
Michael Jackson had a disease, though. Let's not bring Michael Jackson.
And then he was like, no, but he had a disease, and then he was like, make it all the same. That's proof that now you may have a choice. And Sammy Sosa, bro, you see him?
Oh,
yeah,
you got a choice now.
Himself.
You got a choice.
Yeah, but it's not natural, though. You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
Who's the guy with the afro? The brother with the afro? Dr. Cornell West. Yeah, I think he's religious, isn't he? But he probably does what you said. He probably thinks about and analyzes his religion as opposed to belief. That's interesting. No,
but that's the case. If you do, you still got to analyze it. Whatever you believe, you still got to analyze it, because like we said, things are always changing. New information's coming up. So, I mean, it's to the belief where no matter what anybody says it or proves to you, I believe that. I don't care if my proof is wrong. And that's the thing. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the issue.
Right.
What about faith, Yellow? Is that a whole different...
It's the same shit. It makes no difference to me. But I think that we do have, like, when we use words, you feel what I'm saying? We convey meaning based on what the context, right? So, like, I have faith. Like, Anzo hits me. He's like, yo, there's going to be a show. You feel what I'm saying? You can just as easily as you say, I have faith that show's going to happen.
I think the Phoenix Suns will be.
You can say that. But what you're really saying is, I think they're going to, perform in a way that's desirable to me. That's what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's better to say that because then you can say, I have faith that, like, if my palm itches, I'm going to get money that day. And it's like, all right, what are we doing?
Giannis really down low at home does XYZ versus whoever else.
I never knew about that palm itching shit until my son's mother. Yeah. She's like, oh, my palm is itching. That means I'm going to get money.
There's all kinds of shit out there.
How much money? Is it going to be a dime? Going to be $1 million? Your palm is itching?
You pass a fucking penny every day. You pass a penny. That was your itching palm right there.
No problem, Danny. If you got to bounce.
Oh, Danny, man. I'm happy to give you some comedy in your life, brother.
Tell the people about your channel, Danny, real quick.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I am Danny, AKA Comic Chat. Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch me. Onzo shows Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Chaotic Conversation. Rule of Three with Touch of Basco Wednesday nights. Then we're doing these round tables on Sunday. We're going to be doing the next one on Thursday, Loki. And then Bad Batch again on Sunday. Great show, man. Thanks for the invite.
Thanks for coming on, man. Much appreciated.
Well, it was always a pleasure, fam. I got to slide too, y'all, man. I'm going to run over there to Ashley Stream. You feel what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Oh. No, I was going to ask about Rule of Three. Rule of Three's on Wednesday?
Rule of Three, yes. It's usually Wednesdays at...
is it before this? Then?
Yeah, it's before this, but it was canceled today.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so Yellow, if you gotta go, shout out your channel real quick.
Yeah, man, I gotta slide. First of all, I appreciate you letting me on. I appreciate all you brothers, and I ain't mean to jump into the belief thing. I know that's a weird thing. There's nobody else who probably said that ever.
I'm happy you did.
Yeah, word. And you know what I mean? I appreciate you creating a platform to allow for brothers to speak their mind. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, man, fuck my channel.
Feels good, yo.
Y'all know where I'm at.
And absolutely, man. What we do here is we let you speak your mind. Doesn't matter. You come in here and talk what you did. So don't worry about that, man. It is what it is.
If anyone feels the way, that's their problem.
Good. Yeah, it's all good, bro. It is all good, 100%. But peace out.
All right, fam, man. Yeah, peace, man. Enjoy the rest of the show, y'all. Hold it down.
Peace out. Well, we do got to get to game changers. So we got 10 minutes, and I have my one more topic. So I'm going to try and go through this really quick. I'm just going to share my screen.
Yeah, maybe next week we'll talk about DaBaby's candy shit. That was pretty funny, though. You guys should check that out.
I don't even know what that is.
It's all right.
Oh, shit, that's hilarious.
You know who DaBaby is?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Okay, I got you.
And here we go. So this is what happened. It was an Album Preach video. I tried to find the original video.
Wait, where did I see this?
But I couldn't find it. I could have sent it to you guys on Facebook because it was one of my.
Are these guys Montrealers? These two guys?
Yep, they are Montrealers. And you see their sub count, right? 1.37 million subscribers.
Holy shit! Good for them, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been preaching. Yeah, they're big, man.
Yeah.
They're almost
Canadian.
as big as Fresh and Fit, if not bigger.
They're from Montreal.
They are bigger than Fresh and Fit. Yeah, they are from Montreal.
Bigger. Okay.
Yeah, they're bigger than Fresh and Fit.
And Menlo. And while the judge declared the student innocent, he is not out of the clear just yet. He says he now has to prove himself to a USC ethics committee that will ultimately decide whether or not.
I'll fast forward them and just get to the story.
Well, I was very surprised that these charges would be brought against me because I hadn't done anything wrong.
USC student Armand Premji charged with rape after a night out at an off-campus bar. But he says security video from the night of April 1st, taken from Banditos, shows he's innocent.
When I saw the videos, I was very relieved that there was proof to substantiate my side of the story.
The video shows Premji and a female student kissing in the bar's back corner, her arms around his neck. Premji said she kept pulling him closer, and after several minutes, she led him by the hand out of the bar. On the sidewalk, Premji said the girl introduced him to her roommate, where she made sexual gestures behind his back.
She made a gesture to her friend of her plans to have intercourse with me that night.
Premji says they had both been drinking. The two are seen leaving in an Uber before arriving to the girl's dorm room. Security video there shows the alleged victim stopping to sign him in.
After I had sex with her, I left, and the next day the LAPD was at my doorstep asking me about, what happened.
Premji says the alleged victim never reported the incident to police, but he was charged with rape after he says her roommates gave officers his name. Premji said the girl was the aggressor, and last Saturday, a judge agreed after seeing the video, cleared him of all charges.
Hearing the judge give a ruling, it made us believe that there is justice, truth does come out ultimately, and we were fortunate to have the kind of evidence to support, Armand's innocence.
But Premji's innocence will have to be proven once again. He says USC's Office of Equity and Diversity is conducting its own investigation.
I could get suspended or expelled from the university, even though the judge has declared me innocent.
Meantime, he says he's supposed to pay fall tuition, start classes, and then wait for their decision. We reached out to the university, but didn't hear by news time tonight.
Your thoughts?
Well, what people are going to say, I know, and already I can hear it. We don't know what happened.
Bro,
wow.
So the end of the video, they search it out, and he got expelled from school.
No way.
Unfucking man. Unfucking believable.
Yeah. He ended up getting.
I wonder if he gets his money back for paying that fucking tuition, though.
Sue that shit. Sue the fucking school, man. Class action, not class action, but whatever.
But you see
what? Yeah, go ahead, Gaiskar.
What happened to the girl?
Thank you. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, man. Fuck.
What the fuck happened to her?
Dude, you follow. I wish we had Danny on. Fuck, where's Danny, man? He left, dude. Damn, man. We absolutely need him. But no, because like that's like you file a fake police report, you go to jail, man. That's a crime. You know what I mean?
They have it on video.
Yeah.
What substance does the school have to make this decision?
She was making. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, there's nothing more I could say. I was just gonna swear.
No, because she was making sexual gestures behind his back to her roommate. Right?
She signed him in too. She signed him into the hotel.
It was her dorm room.
Her dorm room.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It was her dorm room or whatever residential building there that they use. But then I know what other people are going to say now in her defense. We don't know what happened in that bedroom, right? Did she say stop and he continued?
Yeah, but
right?
he got off in court. What did the schools? What was the school's decision? And say you did this, and for this reason, you are expelled.
I'm curious. I want to know what happened to the girl though in school. Did she get expelled?
Obviously.
That's what I want.
Actually, from what I hear from the video, nothing happened to the girl.
Yeah, I would assume not. If they
that's fucking wrong. Man. That's freaking wrong.
Well,
that was
other than being in the video, we wouldn't even know she was involved. They never mentioned her name.
Those cameras fucking saved him from at least having a criminal record.
I was gonna say, at least thank God for technology. At least we're on video all the time. But it didn't help. He still got expelled.
Roberto, you just said it because they talk about that in the video.
Oh,
they don't name the girl. They don't name the girl once.
Oh yeah, wow.
So that's money. She comes from money. If that's the case, she comes from money.
But this is the thing, though, right? This is kind of where the Me Too movement has led. No matter what happens, you're fucking guilty. Look, this guy proved that he was innocent, and he still got kicked out of school.
That's why you got to have like a contract ready, man.
So how are you going to make this guy understand that there's justice, that there's equality? How? What could you say to this guy after something like that?
No, he has to be reckoned
like,
with, man.
I have no faith in the law, in the courts, because of something I went through that made absolutely no sense, and I ended up having to defend myself when I was not the defendant. They were. But the judge turned on me. You can't predict these things, right? Like they catch you so off guard, you're like, you might even look guilty. This guy has, I mean, this just blows me away. The things that fucking Yellow said, this is something on those levels. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, man. And to think that people would actually agree with it, the outcome.
I would make so much fucking noise, that guy with that freaking university.
That's USC.
No, that's what I'm saying.
The same USC we all know, right?
Get a legal team. Get
Southern California.
Yeah, USC. That's where OJ went. Yeah. USC. Trojan.
Absolutely crazy, bro. Like
Thank you, Jack. Thank you.
It's ridiculous, right? Because now this goes back to, and I don't want to compare it, but Bill Cosby. It's like, you never know. Like, you can be as innocent as this kid, but yet, if that wasn't for the video, his ass would have been in jail. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. They have a video, and he still got kicked out of school.
You're talking about that guy.
They'd at least have. He would have at least went to court, and they would have analyzed it and did this and that. Well, they have to do like the kids, like
the rape kit.
Isn't there like scratches on you and etc.
They would have to.
I mean, she could have put scratches on herself, but yeah, man, I don't know. And that's what I say. If the person that you're with is more inebriated than you, man, just stay away. Just be like, yo, you're too drunk. Just, I don't know. Like, even if you're both drunk, just.
First off, a Trap sent us $5 super chat. What's up, Trap? Thank you very much. He said, here's $5 to pay for Anzo's future cancellation fund. LOL, joking, man. But there's some support from my side to a great channel. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Yes, hey, it is what it is, man. We try to be as real as possible here. We try to bring the fire. So,
hey, man, unless those topics that no one else wants to talk about, they're too.
Unless they take down my YouTube channel, they ain't canceling. No, they ain't canceling shit. tell you that. And even if they take down my channel, I will build another motherfucking channel, or I will be on Roberto's and Gaiskar and
hey, Abba and Preach were talking about it. Abba and
Huh?
Preach were talking about it. I know they have like 1.3 million subs, but they were talking about it. So
yeah, absolutely. So my thing is just it's such a double standard. It's not funny, man. You know what I mean? And like you guys said, I think whatever charges that he was going to get, they should charge the girl.
Well, they don't believe the guy. They believe the girl. They don't believe the guy.
The school does.
Yeah.
Even after the video, because he got like they dropped off cases after seeing the video.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's fucking money. That is money that smells like money. That means her parents, her family has money, and they probably did a donation into that freaking university.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, man. But at the end of the day, like, they just ruined this kid's life.
Nah, fuck that, man. Go to Cal. Go to a different university. Fuck that.
He doesn't have a criminal record. That's
the positive part. He does not have a criminal record.
That shit just fucks you up now, man.
College is a clown show anyway, but that's a
it is. But whatever school, like, let's say he's at an Ivy school, he's at one of the high schools. Now he has to go, because if that school didn't take him, there's going to be schools that'll be look at his record and be like, oh no, look, you have this on you. They got rid of you. Oh, you got off, but still they didn't want to take you. We don't really want to have that here, because even though he got off, it's still going to be like some people in there. Oh, this guy's a rapist. This guy did this. You know what I mean? Like, people will, like we were saying, like, they will believe whatever they want to believe, regardless of the information that is out there right now.
That's true. You just made me think. You made me feel a little bit guilty about my thoughts on Bill Cosby. I don't know. Maybe I should have reanalyzed it a little bit more better. Maybe because I was like, whoa, 60 Woman came up. We didn't. I know you had brought that up on a topic last Wednesday, but we didn't really get to talk about it too much. But I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, Cosby.
On another note, did you hear about that clown from San Francisco?
Which one? There's a lot of clowns in San Francisco.
He played for the Seattle Seahawks. What's his name?
Oh, Sherman?
Yeah.
Richard Sherman. What's going on with him? His wife or something? What?
Supposedly he crashed his car into a statue, left it there, then went to his sister-in-law's house, tried to break in. She called the cops. They arrested him for breaking and entering and burglary and some other things. He's in jail now.
Yeah, I never liked him, man. I was always happy.
I wasn't a fan of him either.
I was always happy when the Pats, when we beat that ass and he had that stupid look on his face, that meme.
You could always see he was always high tense.
Oh, yeah. He's just an asshole.
But to snap like that, that's almost like that shit. What's his name did back in the day.
They're all the same, like psychopaths. Antonio Brown, him, fucking, who else?
That comedian. What's his name again?
Oh, comedian?
Which one?
He went nuts, man. He was running around Hollywood.
Martin Lawrence?
Martin Lawrence. You don't remember when Martin Lawrence snapped?
What did he do?
Yeah.
It sounds something like that, man.
Oh, Martin Lawrence was but he talks about it in one of his comedy shows where he was like I think it was some prescription drugs he took, and then he was outside jogging with a sweater and had a hat on, and then passed out, and then he went to the hospital and everything like that. So
yeah, Richard Sherman didn't take no drugs. He's just an asshole.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of these football players are assholes and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it is 12:02, guys, so we will shut it down so that we can get over to Game Changers. If you guys aren't subbed to Roberto's channel, please sub to Roberto's channel. Make sure you check us out over there. Much appreciated. One last time, we can go around the panel so you guys can talk about the channels. First off, Roberto.
Don't got much to say. Come check me out in a few minutes. Bring my subscriptions up. Just thinking of a day to start F the Ego, because I wanted to do it Thursday nights, but I have hockey Thursday nights, so I'm going to discuss with these fine gentlemen, see if I could come up with a night so I can grab them.
All get on there. Can we all get on there? On your podcast?
Well, yeah, I'd like to grab you on one by one to pick your minds first, and then eventually have a panel on there, because it is something. I don't really necessarily know Josh who he was before. I mean, I could always pick Onzo's head to find out who Gaiskar was before because they grew up together, right? But I do know Onzo. I do know where he came from. And the fact that he brought me on, he's going to be my first guest on the show. And I think it's going to have emphasis because I don't know if people really know Onzo the way we're going to describe Onzo and myself on the show. Right, Onzo?
Absolutely.
Because when we did the O.O.C, when we first started it, we didn't really have any limitations. So we just talked from the heart. And, you know, guys like Caleb and Flash that came along, they were tripping to see brothers speak in the way we are, because we talked about crying, we talked about bullying, we talked about suicide, we talked about some really fucking deep subjects that people don't talk about, let alone brothers. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
Again, I'm blessed to have mistakenly been a part of this. I hope other mistakes happen in life that are this rewarding. And that's it, man. Don't want to take too much time.
Not a problem. Next up, Gaiskar.
This is where it started for me, and got my own channel, the Basco Scenario. I'm up 245 now.
Here we go, gloating.
No, not at all, man.
I feel you. Respect.
245 now.
Man.
I got my show coming up too that I'm working on. I just can't figure out a fucking name. So I'm like flip-flopping like a fucking fish out of water.
We'll brainstorm.
I do my random. I do my random streams, reviews. I'm on the Chaos Central crew from Sundays all the way to Wednesdays. The same shows Onzo is on. No, man, Onzo, I just have to say, brother, man, you're doing great, man. You got your shows going. You're touching people, man. That's facts. So
absolutely, bro.
Keep it
Appreciate
going,
it, man. Thank you very much. I put the link for Roberto's channel in the chat, guys. So if you're not signed up, make sure you check us out over there. We have Josh up next. What's up, Josh?
Yeah, all right. Movie Aficionados on Facebook and YouTube. Dude, tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to do tomorrow night or afternoon, probably in the afternoon. I don't care if I get flagged. Fuck it. I'm going all in. I'm doing my top 40 karaoke stream. I'm coming there singing songs. If you want to come in, watch me sing, or if you even want to come in and sing, let me know and I'll send the link. You want to do requests? I'm talking like the Goo Goo Dolls, the Killers, do all like the top 40 stuff, man. So come in there and watch me until I get flagged and YouTube says, you know, copyright content and just shuts me out.
Well, you might get flagged, but it'll probably still stay up.
Oh, there we go, man.
Because you're not monetized. So.
Gaiskar, Roberto, Onzo, come by and sing, man. Everybody else in the chat too.
I'll come by. I don't know about the fucking.
That's what I do.
I'll come by. I don't know about the singing part though.
Maybe rap too. You could rap. Maybe I'll throw some Jay-Z on for you or something.
The only singing Onzo does is in the shower. When he's home alone. When he's home alone.
I'm not going to ask you how you know that, Gaiskar, but yeah, let's end the show. Move on.
Peace out, guys. Thank you, everybody that came to check us out. Much appreciated. Appreciate everybody that was on the panel as well. Enough respect. And make sure to check us out in Game Changers in about, 10-15 minutes or so?
Yeah, 10-15.
Yeah.
Peace. Hey, LDG, I thought you said you were coming on today, man. What kind of bullshit was that?